What's up, everybody? This is John again with Texas ATS Customs with another video, this time touching on the subject of how to get your own custom logos or info, DOT numbers, IFTA stickers, naked picture of a chick, a dog, a dude, if that's what you're into, whatever. But anyway, you can put whatever you want on existing skins. You don't have to actually make the whole thing. You don't have to have knowledge of the ATS2 Studio or ATS Studio. You don't have to even have that. This is going to be real simple, real basic. I'll cover what you need. You are going to need a few programs. Most of them are self-explanatory. Most everybody who has a computer has dealt with them, so it's not that hard. And the actual process of adding your logo and then putting it on the skin and putting that back into the game is really fast and really easy. It's all the other things that go with the video, the little things that may come up and bite you in the ass, things that you don't know, things that needs to be touched upon, details on how to do things. This is what's going to stretch the video out. But once you listen to it, I'll go kind of slow. Take your time, pause it, rewind, follow along, do what I do, and you should be able to accomplish this. It's not hard, because this question was asked to me before about how do I add my own logo to a skin. Well, let's do it. Alright, for this tutorial here, I picked out two skins. I'm going to cover two basics of it for now to keep it easy and simple. There is skins that are just a set design, a set color. That means you cannot change the color of the skins in the game. They're not metallic. It's just a plain basic paint, and whatever stripe or designs on it is plain and basic. It's not color changeable and it's not metallic. That's one type, and I have this one over here that we're going to use, and then I have another one that we're going to use that is color changeable. It's masked, and I will show you both ways on how to add your logo to both of them. So let's do this. First one is going to be the one that's plain. Now for this, you're going to need a zip program. I know that's said on every damn video for skinning, but you're gonna have to have it for these skins, for these mods. So you need to, there's several programs, but I use WinRAR. You can use, I think, WinZip or 7-Zip, any zip program, but I'm only going to cover WinRAR. That's what I use, that's what I know. So we're not going to go into anything else. You're also going to need to download paint.net. I don't use Photoshop or GIMP. I'm not covering them. Just paint.net and WinRAR. If you have them two programs, which are both free, download them and get them, then you can achieve this. So, and I will put those down in the link so you can download those if you don't have them. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the skin. Now these skins, damn near all of them, I do believe they all come in this format, which is the zip format. You're going to have to, when you download them, you're going to have to put them on your desktop or wherever, save them somewhere, and you need to open them because you need to access the DDS file, direct draw surface file. That is the actual skin itself. That is editable. You can edit it. This is where you're going to place your logos and your numbers or your pictures or whatever onto the already existing skin. So get your WinRAR, download the skin you're wanting to use. This one comes from my website. It's the Eileen Custom. I misspelled the file itself, but I corrected it on the website. It's an Eileen Custom 63-inch Outlaw skin. Take it, download it, place it on your desktop or wherever. Now you need to open it, double click it. If you just now using it for the first time, I think you get to use this over so many days or so many uses or whatever it is, and then you're hit with this box to remind you to purchase it. Close it out, don't worry about it, ignore all that shit, just close it out. Okay, now you're looking at this right here. Okay, this is the inside. You want to go to vehicle right there, the vehicle folder. Okay, double click it, double click the next truck, upgrade, paint job. There it is. See how it says DDS? There's the skin. That's what you want to edit. Now what you need to do is double click it. If Paint.net has already been downloaded and Paint.net was set as your default program for opening up DDS files, then it would open it. Otherwise, you're going to have to extract it, which pull it out of the WinRAR onto your desktop. There it is. Okay, if Paint.net doesn't open automatically when you double click these, then you need to drag it out, right click on it, and then go to Open With Paint.net. You'll probably have a list of programs, but there it is. This is the Eileen skin. It's not color changeable. It's not metallic. It is just a basic paint. Now, you want to add a logo. So that's what we're going to do. First thing you need to do, over here to the left on Paint.net is what's called, or it might be on your right, whatever. Up here at the top right of the screen is your tools. Okay? These little icons up here to the top right. There's 4 of them. Okay? You don't need the history one, but the other 3 you will need. You'll need the colors, you'll need the layers, and you're going to need the tools. So make sure they're clicked and on over here. See, tools is on the left, layers is right here in the middle of this window, and the bottom is colors. Now what you're going to want to do is go to your layers. Now you see your background layer is the actual DDS. Now you're going to create another layer right above it, and then you're going to open, mention that, but I will also include a link to download the templates. You are going to need a template for that truck, whatever truck it is that this DDS file is for, what it pertains to. So if you open an Outlaw 63-inch, then you don't want to open a Mack Anthem. Okay, so anyway, use the template that is appropriate for the skin you're opening. So in this case, is the 63-inch Outlaw or Viper. They both use the same template currently. Okay, so now you open your template. You take your template and you make sure to copy the whole thing. Just drag the window across it, which is under your tools on the rectangle select, grab it, highlight it all, hit control, hold down control and hit C, copy it, and then go back over here to the DDS file. Now this layer you made, the second layer, take it, left click it, drag it below background. Now you're going to do Control V. You're going to paste it. Now we're going to check this little tick box over here to the right of background. That means we're just going to make it disappear for a minute. And now you see your template. Okay, now we're going to make it come back. There it is. Now you're going to want to hit F4. You're going to want to hit F4. This is layer properties. And you're going to, down here, the slider bar, which is the opacity. Which, as you can see, I'm sliding it back and forth. It makes the skin transparent to what you can see is behind it. You want to do this as much as you need it to be so that you can actually see the template behind it. You don't have to see, you can go completely transparent with it. You don't have to see the design, but it's good to see some of the design. That way you know where the pinstripes are, because when you start placing numbers and when you start placing logos, if you don't want it to cover a particular stripe or design, that's why you need to see some of it. So we're going to leave it a little bit transparent, but enough to where we can still see the truck and still see the design. Now, with that being done, what you want to do next is add another layer above it. Look over here to the left. We have our template on the bottom. We have our transparent DDS file. And now layer 3. Layer 3 is going to be your logo layer. Okay? Use the rectangular select up here at the top right of tools. Or top left, I'm sorry. Top left of tools. Click anywhere once. Get rid of it. Now, let's add a logo. In this case, the logo is just going to be words. A font. So, go to the little T down here. It says text. It's on your tools. That's the letters. Find you a font. You can also download fonts. There's millions of them on the internet. You can download them all for free. So anyway, find you a font. I'm just going to grab one. I'm going to zoom in using a slider bar in the bottom right. Zoom in. find out where I want to place my logo. I'm going to change the size of it up here to something half-ass normal. You can always drag it and rearrange it and experiment with it. Okay. Now you see your prompt. You're ready to start typing. So type in your company name. So we're just going to say, we'll say Kick-Ass Trucking. Now I'm going to take my little selector box because I realized I made it a little too big, which is the top left of your selector box. The one to the right is the move to select. That means move everything. And I'm just going to kind of readjust it like this. And then I'm going to place it right there. You know that there's going to be the seal to the door right here. You know it's going to be there, so that T is going to intersect it. So I may need to make that even smaller. Alright, anyway, so there you go. It's not supposed to be perfect right now. I'm just trying to show you basically what it is, or how to get your logo in onto an existing skin. So there, you have Kick-Ass Trucking. Okay, I'm going to select all of it. I'm going to do Control C, copy it, Control V, it's there. I'm going to take left click it and drag it to the other side of the door, or the other truck, about right there. You can put your IFTA stickers on here when you download those. You can put pictures of your neighbor's wife, whatever the hell you want to put on here. But it all works the same. Find you pictures of clip art, so if you have a current logo that's in a JPEG or PNG format, you can import them into PaintNet. You can also do this copy paste and place them on here. Now that that's been done, what you want to do now is, you see you still got only 3 layers over here. It's only 3 steps we did in this. What you want to do now is you want to erase, which is the delete layer, the red X. You want to delete the bottom layer, the template layer. Get rid of it. Now you see you have your transparent DDS, but you want to bring that back up. So now do F4. Slide it all the way back up. We want it back to the normal color. I just now noticed something. That was fucked up. I didn't pay attention to that. The trucking's black. Or the Kick-Ass is black. But that doesn't matter. That can be fixed. We'll discuss that later on how I did this, but all I'm doing is going to my hue and saturations, and I'm just going to make it gray. I'll just make it a type of gray. Fuck it. For now. And I think that just adjusted both of them. Yeah, it did. Okay, anyway, so it's there. Now, your logo, remember all you did was delete the template bottom layer. You deleted it, got rid of it. Went to your background, the main DDS, and you brightened it back up with F4. Now you go back up here to your logo layer, and you're going to merge layer down, which is a little in the middle, the purple area. You want to merge it on top. There it is. It's there. That's all you got to do. It's over. You're done. Now go up here to file at the top. You need to save. Don't save as, save, because you're just going to overwrite the file. As soon as you click save, you're going to overwrite the WinRAR that you opened, the zip file. You're going to overwrite that DDS that's currently in there. Once you overwrite it and put it back in your mod folder, or even if you open the zip file from your mod folder, which that's recommended, just open the file from the actual mod folder, and then go to your vehicle and dig out the DDS, edit it, save it, overwrite it. That's it. Go into the game. When you go into the game, Kick-Ass Trucking will be on the side of this truck. That's all there is to it. Now I will show you, because I didn't do it. I'm going to click save. Save. Pay attention to the settings I have on here too, by the way, when I click save. As I said, you can pause the video and look. Make sure your settings, because I don't know what Paint.net does default. I've had this Paint.net for years and years, so I don't remember what no default settings are. Just look at what I have clicked. That way you don't run into some issues on why my skin looks like this. And yeah, make sure the generate bitmaps is checked and those boxes are checked. Cluster fit, slow HQ, perceptual. Make sure all that's done. Now you're gonna save it. Click OK. Okay, it's saved. Minimize paint.net. Now remember we drug it out, because I could have double clicked it, but from the actual file itself, because in my computer paint.net is my default program for opening up DDSs. Anyway, so this is what we edited right out here. Remember, we drug it out here. Now what we want to do is we want to drag it back in here. Just drag it over here into the little white part. It's make sure all these settings too are the same. Make sure it says add and replace files. This is important right here, the update mode. It should say that anytime you're dragging something in there, that should be default, I believe, for WinRAR. Just take a second, like I say, look and make sure all your settings look the same way as mine, and click OK. There, it's done. It's over. You can delete that if you don't need it no more. You can actually close this WinRAR completely out. You're done. Take this and put it back into your mod folder. Or if you were already in your mod folder, such as this, and you opened it from your mod folder like this, and you dug out your vehicle and all this and then drug it out here and drug it back into here, just close it out. You don't have to drag anything into your mod folder because you were working from the mod folder. So anyway, that's done. Now really fast, let me see if I can get this done, because this one's going to be a little bit more the other side of the coin. Now this is adding a logo to a color changeable stripe, color changeable skin. This is a skin that someone has masked. They made it color changeable. Keep in mind, you're not going to be able to add logos that are detailed in color. Example, what's on my desktop right now in front of you. You can't add that to a color changeable skin. It won't look right. You could do it, but it's not going to look right, because every color, which in this case her and the red that you see, well really any color you see, is going to become color changeable, but it's not going to become color changeable in the way you think it is. But anyway, so try to stick to solid clip art shapes, solid color shapes. I will show you. So this process works the same way. Find your color changeable file, drag it out, or put it in your desktop or folder. Now you need to double click it, same way, open it, go to vehicle, go to truck, go to upgrade, paint job. There it is, your DDS file. Drag it out, or double click it if paint.net's your default, and open with paint.net. Alright, so this is a masked skin. Now masked skin works under the basic colors. What you see on here, black and white is not color, but it is recognized. Green, blue, and red is and black is the main masked colors. So if you open up a skin and you have any questions as to whether or not it's masked, if it looks like this, if it just looks like green, red, blue, and black, 9 times out of 10 it's a masked skin. You don't need to have any of the colors in here, because it reads the yellow, the green, blues, and reds and blacks. Now here's what we're going to do to add a logo to a color changeable skin. We can go back. You need to open up your template, and I made this skin to fit all cab variants, but it was designed on top of the 72 inch. So I'm gonna copy it, the whole template, same way as we did with the other one. You're gonna create another layer, drag it below the DDS file, and you're going to Control V, paste. There it is, it's below that one. Now you're going to do the same thing and make it, use F4 and make it transparent. So you can see the template behind it, see what you're working with. Make another layer above the background, the DDS layer. And once again, we're going to add a logo. Now, keep in mind that your logo has got to be red, blue, or green in color. Not dark hunter green or none of that. It has to be the three main shades, which on paint.net, they're right here. You can't, they're part of the default. You can't miss them. The bright green, the blue, and the red. You can also use this paint color picker over here. It looks like a little dropper right here next to the pencil. You can use it to actually go to the background and click on the colors and get the colors that way. Left click and right click, and you see these boxes right here on the top left of the color box. Shows you what you're working with. So your logos, your numbers, your pictures, emblems, whatever, they have to be solid of one of those colors. But naturally, it has to be a contrasting color. It has to be a color that is not of the actual color you're putting it on top of. Don't put black on black. Don't put green on green, red on red, etc. So for this one, the example for this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a font on here. And I'm going to do the same thing. Kick-ass trucking. Okay, kick-ass trucking. And I made it blue. Actually, I did it on the actual layer, the DDS layer. I didn't go up. Anyway, always make sure you're on the top layer for your logos. Make sure you're not on that bottom. You're actually editing the DDS layer. So anyway, we're going to go back to that trucking or whatever, badass, kick-ass, whatever I said. Sorry ass, kick-ass trucking. Alright. And I made it blue. It's blue going on top of green. You can do red on top of green. You can do blue on top of the black. You can do red on top of the black. But anyway, so I'm going to do kick-ass trucking. Now, if you was to try to put a logo on here, I'm going to give you some examples of what I was referring to earlier. And I hope I have some. I mean, I'm sure I do. Let me see. Where's my... Alright. You can go online. You can look for clip art. Look for solid shaped clip arts. I guess a real good example would be this one right here, for example. This little spiked skull thing I found. That would be perfect as a logo on a color changeable truck. You're going to take the magic wand that's up here. It says magic wand. Looks like a magic wand next to the hand. You're going to left click on the white part. And you're going to hit delete. You want to get rid of that white part. And then you're going to find all the little white sections that are in there. Zoom in if you have to. Okay, once that's all done, go up here to adjustments. It's at the top of the screen next to effects and layers. Click that. Go down to hue and saturations. The bottom bar right here that says lightness, drag it all the way to the left and click OK. What you're doing is you're ensuring that there is no little bitty tiny white pixels that may be withstanding from when you use the magic wand to delete all the white. Now you're left with a complete black image. There is no other color in this at all, which is very important when you're using stuff like this on a color change truck. You do not want a single pixel of a different color on it, because it will make it look real. It could make it look really shitty, real fucked up. So anyway, we're going to copy this. Well, actually, we're going to color it first. Sorry. So go back to the skin. Figure out what color you want that. Kick-ass trucking's blue, right? So let's do this blue. Or you can do it red, so that way you'll have two different colors or whatever. So yeah, we can do that. So we'll just color it red. And you're going to left click the paint bucket. That's it. You're done. Yeah, it's all over. So now you're going to drag the box around here, select the box, Control C, copy it. You're going to go over here, back to your layer, top layer with the kick-ass trucking, and you're going to make another layer above Kick-Ass Trucking because you don't want it to cut or interfere with the lettering of Kick-Ass Trucking. So you're going to make another layer above the Kick-Ass Trucking layer. You're going to Control V. You're going to paste it. And thought I heard my phone going off. Alright, anyway, so there you go. So now you have this logo on here, just as so. Alright. There you go. Now we're going to take the layer 4, which is that skull layer, and we're going to merge it down on top of the lettering. Now we have both of those on the same layer. So now you can actually manipulate, edit, grab those, move them around together. What we're going to do is drag a selector box around, do Control C, then Control V. See, we made a copy of it, and now we're going to drag it to the other side of the truck. About the same location that one is. And we are done. That's it. Now, just follow the same process as the other one. Go down to the bottom layer with your template, delete it, go to the background, which is the DDS file, F4, bring the brightness all the way back up. Take your logo layer and merge it down on top of the DDS. There it is. Your logo and your emblem is now placed on here, and it will change color. So that means that whatever blue is on here will all change that color, and whatever's red will always change that color. You can make all the red yellow or green, and all the greens can be white and red. And so you know now that this skull and this stripe are going to be the same color. The frame, the bumper, all of that, and the Kick-Ass Trucking will all be the same color. So, and if you did, you can always go back and rearrange whatever you want to do to make it work for you. You'll see. So that's done. You collapse that. You made that one. You're going to click Save. Click OK. You're done. Oh, see, this is a good example too. If you have Paint.net as your default DDS program. I opened this DDS from the actual RAR itself. Apparently I didn't open the one that I drug out. So whenever you save it from Paint.net and it was pulled directly out of the RAR zip file, it's going to ask you, do you want to update it and archive? Click yes. There, it's been updated. I'm going to double click and reopen it again to show you. See, there's the one we just opened. It's on there, so it's been saved. And now you close out the RAR, you're done with it, take it, put it into your mod folder, go in game, and when you go in game, it's going to say Kick-Ass Trucking, and your skull will be on there, and it's all fully color changeable. So the process, real fast, break it down real quick as a quick revise, that it's not real hard to do. You need Paint.net. You're gonna have to have Paint.net. If you're gonna use my tutorial, you're gonna have to. I don't know anything about Photoshop and GIMP, so I don't know. So you need Paint.net and you need WinRAR. Those two programs will get you going. So take your mod, open it up, go to Vehicle, Truck, Upgrade, Paint Job. Take the file, open it with Paint.net. Make a file, make a layer above it, make a layer below it, DDS in the middle, make it transparent, open up your template, Copy your template. Place the template underneath it on the bottom layer. Go up to your top layer. Find your spot on your truck. Write you some stuff. Delete your layer, your bottom layer. Delete your template. F4. Brighten it back up. Take your logo layer, the top layer, merge down. Hit File. Hit Save. It's over. It's done. That's all there is to it real fast. That didn't take very long. Literally should take you no more than a minute. 60 seconds. If you get faster, it'll be quicker than that. I mean, I can do it in 30 seconds. I mean, it doesn't take long. If it's something simple, it don't take long. If it's just a if the sticker or a word, yeah, that don't take long at all. So within 60 seconds, you should be able to place something on a truck and get it into the game. Once you know how to do it. And once you get practice with it and you start doing it, getting good at it, it'll become addicting. You'll like seeing your own words, your own logo, your own numbers on these skins. You're more than welcome to download all of my skins from my website and any Facebook group I post links to. They're all free for the public. You're more than welcome to do whatever you want to those skins. I made them public domain, so it's whatever. Place your name on them, place pictures on them. I don't care. So you have my permission. So with that being said, I believe that's gonna be it. Trying to think if I missed anything, and if I did, just hit me up in the comments. And I always feel like I did miss something. That's why I'm sitting here trying to think of what I may have missed real quick. But it's not that hard. If you download a skin from anywhere, from the internet, Steam Workshop, you can actually pull skins from the Steam Workshop, but I ain't gonna get into all of that. And another thing is too that some of them skins, some people don't want being there's, I won't call it copyright, but people just don't want their skins edited. I recommend either learning to do it yourself or download mine. I don't care what you do to mine. So, but yeah, that's all there is to it. Get the skin, get the RAR file, open it up, go to vehicle, go to truck, dig it out, open it in paint.net, make a layer above and below, use your template below, make the DDS transparent, find out where you want to put your logo, delete the template, brighten up the DDS, merge down your logo, hit save, drag it back into your game. You're ready. So good luck. I hope this works out, because no one in any of the video I've ever seen on YouTube, nobody wants to cover it in detail. I don't know. And once again, everybody, keep the dirty side down, and see you on the virtual highways. Take it easy, guys.